November 4th. I'm getting ready to go for a run. And not much to report, really, aside from, work's going good. And work's going good. I got the courage. I got the courage. It's funny. It's funny. Because the videos that I'm preparing to post next, I think, because I stopped posting every day, I'm posting more like every other day. Just for my own sanity, right? Of not having to like stress out about it or make time for it. It's like, And if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. But I've been looking at the ones ahead. Cause I'm starting, I think it's gonna start a new chapter soon. 29 or 30, I don't know. And it's at the part where I'm getting to the point where someone new reached out. Someone new had reached out from YouTube, and I was questioning, like, what are your intentions, right? Like, well, what's the purpose behind us communicating? And that's getting ready to start, I think, in the next week or so, because it's now a little more delayed. And so with this person from my past that reached out, I randomly reached out, and I'd been, so yeah, so it's dawned on me, I'm like, and I wasn't gonna say anything really, because it wasn't bothering me, like I was just like, oh, okay, I reached out, right? Yeah, I wasn't giving it much thought until I read my cards for this morning, my tarot spread. So I did a new tarot spread this week, where instead of doing 3, I did 5. I laid it out 4 or 5 rows, 1 for each day. And I had done something similar before, but I still do it in the same manner, only that now it's more clearly defined. And then the initial oracle cards, I used to only pick 3, now I'm picking 5, purposefully. So the one for today talked about expectations, and it talked about, not being afraid to clarify, to confront either myself or a relationship, and because, if in other words, to not settle, right? For whatever happens, basically, is what it was saying. So I was just like, oh, no, gauging it, and if it applies, it applies. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But in this particular case, I was like, no, that makes sense, right? Especially because this was a situation where I struggled doing that before. And so I've been these last couple of nights, not that I've struggled sleeping, I've stayed up to try to do work and combination of stuff, really, because it has been work has been a little more consuming. And so, but I've been trying to like balance it with, I'll dance, and so because I sit down for long, so I at night I'll dance to get my energy up again, so that I can do a little bit of work before I go to bed. And so anyways, but I've been staying up like and or I'll fall asleep early and then wake up like at 1 or 2 and then I'm up for an hour or 2 and then I go back to bed. So anyways, irrelevant, but he's usually up around that time. So I was like, I'm gonna take initiative and I'm gonna ask, right? In the sense of like, why reaching out again? I didn't say what purpose, I just asked, what are you seeking? What are you wanting? I was just curious, thinking. I just started thinking about it. And then, at the same time, also wanting to be honest about where I stand with him, really. And just putting it out there, being honest, right? I'm not going to string someone along. I'm not, if I already know where they stand. So I put it out there. I said, I can only offer you friendship, if that. And if you're okay with that, that's okay, right? Because I would like to have friendship with him. I'd like to have more conversations with him and develop it in that way, right? I mean, gotta start somewhere. And that's what he said. He said, I'm just looking for friendship right now. I said, okay. So I felt good in clarifying that, right? And putting it out there so that there's no other expectation other than that. So anyways, I was working this morning and then I realized, I'm like, oh, it's November. And then thinking about like that reminder, right, or realization, I'm like, we met in November a year ago. We met in November. Then a do-over. It's just a different do-over. Just, being friends. And then I was even thinking, like, why does this feel familiar? Why does this feel familiar? I mentioned to one of my clients the same. They were in a similar situation of doing in the middle of a do-over, at the beginning of a do-over. And it was a similar situation too, where I was encouraging. I'm like, don't go fast. Just take your time with it. Don't jump in too quickly. So it's just funny, ha ha ha, funny. So anyways, that's all I want to share. I didn't meditate, or maybe I will meditate. No, I want to go running. Yesterday, I don't know if I mentioned. I don't think I did. I changed up my walk, my midday walk. Instead of going to Dolores Park, I went up to Burnell Heights, and because it's really steep, and I parked there once, and I was like, oh, there's something up there. And then when I looked at the map, sure enough, there's like a park out there. And so yesterday during my lunch, I decided to do a little exploring, and I walked up, and it was steep, so I was like, oh, this would be a good workout. And then I saw that it's just really neat. It's a great view too, a great view. I'm able to see the other side of the bay, and it's just really neat. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I continue to be in awe of where I live. So I'm gonna go do that, and then come back, get ready, and then head to Sephora to use my gift card so I can buy eyeliner. So I'll do that 1 hour and 20-minute walk just to buy an eyeliner. Well, because it's free, and it was a gift. It was a birthday gift from last year that I hadn't used. So I'm excited, and I thank Mimad for sending me that. So I hope she's doing okay. That's all. All right. Bye. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and